You finished the KiCad design. Now you need feedback from a consultant before sending it to fabrication. How do you share it? You could email the project files, but then you're waiting for replies, screenshots, and descriptions like that capacitor on the left side. Which capacitor? Which left side? You could use GitHub, but that requires setup. Your consultant needs an account, and GitHub doesn't render KiCad files, and you still end up with screenshots. You could use professional tools like Altium 365 or Cadence, but those cost more than what you're willing to pay, especially if you're working solo in an open source project, and most of those tools don't support KiCad natively. There's another option. It's called PCB Hub. PCB Hub is a web-based platform for viewing and collaborating on KiCad, Altium Design, Autodesk Eagle, EasyEDA, and many other CAD applications. You simply upload your project to PCB Hub and it renders it in the browser. Anyone with a link can view the schematics and PCB. No software installation needed. The main focus here is collaboration. PCB Hub isn't just a viewer. You can leave comments directly on the schematic, point at a specific component and ask a question. Your collaborators sees exactly what you're referring to. Let me show you how this works with a real project. I'm going to show you around PCB Hub, how the website and the project and how it all works and comes together using a project that I'm working on at the moment, which I call the Smart USB Storage. And hopefully at some point I'm going to be releasing this project as a new course. Here's what the project looks like at the moment. I've only gone so far as setting up the schematic, and even the schematic is not complete. It's a work in progress. I don't have a layout yet, but you can see that it's got multiple sheets, it's got lots of elements, it's got comments, graphics, text, and so on. So I think it's a good use case for trying out PCB Hub. So I'm going to put this aside for now. Let's go back to the PCB Hub website. So here's the root of PCBHub.org. By the time that you see this, the homepage may be slightly different, but it gives you an idea of what's going on. You can see there's already a few projects here. You can get a lot of information about who might be interested in using this. Scroll further down, and one thing that is interesting is that you can get a cloud subscription, but you can also self-host PCB Hub on your own computer, which is particularly interesting for organizations that value privacy. So yeah, you can self-host it, which is also very different to what, as far as I know, all of PCB Hub's competitors offer. All right, let's go in. I'm going to log into my account, and you can see here I've got already a few projects. One of those projects is the Latte Panda MU Light Carrier project that I released last year as a course, and you can see what the project looks like. I haven't fully uploaded all of the bits and pieces from this project, but you can see what it looks like once it's up, including some Gerber files. There's a variety of pages here and so on. So that's one example. Let's go back to my dashboard. Here's the Smart USB Storage. I'm going to start from scratch, but just wanted to show you what it looks like and how responsive the system is. So here is the Smart USB Storage. This is the live project on PCB Hub. So I'm going to not do anything on this because I want this particular project to be available for work later on. But I also want to show you how to get started from scratch. So here in the dashboard, click on New Project, give it a name. All right, so I'm going to make this project public, and I'm not going to worry about a thumbnail at the moment, but you can use the thumbnail to decorate your project, make it easier to spot once your project catalog grows. And then you can simply choose the CAD type. You can see wide support. I'm going to go for KiCad here. And I'm not going to add any members in this particular example, but if you have team members that also have a PCB Hub account, then you can use this field here to make them a member of this particular project. Click on Create, and we'll go straight into the newly created project. So now you've got the ability to add a new version. Just going to quickly click on that to see what it's like. Give it a name, a version, and then you can import either images called slides here or resources. So imagine, for example, that you want to have a photograph of a circuit or perhaps a schematic where you only have access to, for example, a PDF, which you can then convert into an image, you don't have access to the original CAD file, then you can still make it part of your project by selecting images. In my case, I'm going to go through resources because I have the original CAD files. Let's do this. So this is going to be Smart USB Drive. Let's call this version 0.1. And let's browse for the files. So as you can see, I've got schematic files. So I'm going to select all of those. So you can select as many as you like or as few as you like. You can add files to a version of your project later on. I don't have any layout files, so I'm not going to select a PCB file. Okay, click on Open and then create this new version. Here's my project and the schematics. You can see that each schematic has been rendered. Notice sometimes I get these blank sheets here. I'm not sure exactly why. I definitely didn't upload a blank schematic. But if you do have some artifacts like blank sheets, you can just select it and then click on this button up here to delete the slide. So I'm going to delete those blanks to clean up. And there's my project. So before I start doing anything to the schematics, just want to show you around at what else is available in the project page. So down here, you can see there's a task list. So for example, you can set tasks and assign them to other people. So here would be something like, we can add some details here, stage, doesn't matter, medium, I'll make it high priority, create a task. So that way you can collaborate with other people. Maybe I do need to set a stage. I need to have a stage, yes. I'm just call it to do. Set a stage here and create a new task. I'm going to call this task, double check the O-ring circuitry, TBA to be added later. I'm going to set it to the to-do list, high priority, and I'll set this to myself. Create task, and there is a task for me. I'll put another one here. So I'd like to add medium assigned to myself and create a task. So a very simple, basic project management system. Here I've got an area where I can upload documents. I don't really use this feature much. It may even disappear in the future, depending on how useful it is. But at the moment, you can actually upload a file, such as a datasheet, for example, and make it available to the team. This is an area for general discussions, so you can have planning meetings. So let's discuss which sensors to include, current draw. All right, create a topic. Now the team can use this space to discuss this particular feature idea, which I find very useful. There's a bunch of tools, especially calculators here, that are handy to have. And finally, you can integrate your project with GitHub, which I haven't actually used. I haven't played around with this feature. The whole point of PCB Hub, at least at its core, is what happens right here. So this is where the team will evaluate schematics and layouts and even other documents, like you can have, for example, a PDF that appears here or an image with additional information about the project. And then you can use the tools on the left side here to do things such as markings like this. Save the drawing, so now that will appear. You can go away, come back, and the drawing will be here. Or you can have, let's say, points to draw attention. Here's a point. I can type in a comment. Check that. Right, so now collaborators will be able to see that there is a note here, and then they can respond, and you can see who said what. All this information tends to accumulate, and you can use it as a way to discuss features, circuitry, recommend improvements, discuss ideas at two different levels. The first level is at the sheet level, or as it's called, the slide level, like here. Or the second level would be to go to the higher level discussion, where you can talk about general topics that don't tie specifically to one of the slides. Another thing that is important in any collaboration tool, of course, are the permissions. You can see here at the project level, there's a manage permission button here, which gives you granular control of the various permissions that you can add. I'm just going to select a few semi-randomly, and then you can create a share link, which is copied to the clipboard, and it looks like this. So save changes. Now that link has been saved. This is quite straightforward, and I think there is no barrier to entry for people to learn how to use this tool and being able to be productive straight away. Yeah, so that's in a nutshell. It's very straightforward, surprisingly easy to use for a CAD collaboration tool like this, and it's got lots of potential to improve later on. You get tools, you get high-level discussion tool, you get documents, you get project manager, and of course you get versioning control for your layouts on your schematics. PCB Hub is not the only tool in this space. Let me give you a quick overview of some of the alternatives. CADLab.io has been around longer than PCB Hub has. It's a visual version control platform for PCB designs. The big feature here is Visual Diff. Visual Diff shows you what changed between two versions of your schematic. Additions in green and deletions in red. That's powerful for design reviews. CADLab integrates directly with GitHub and GitLab. If you have a workflow that uses Git, then with CADLab, that workflow stays intact. Pricing starts free for public projects. Private projects cost around $8 to $10 per month. If Git integration and visual diffs are your priority, then CADLab is worth evaluating. KiCanvas is a free open source KiCad viewer. Paste a GitHub link and it renders your schematic in the browser. Clean interface, no account required, but KiCanvas is a viewer only. No comments, no collaboration, no version management. It's still in alpha and development seems to have slowed it down a bit. But for quick sharing, here's a link to my project. It works well and costs nothing. Allspice.io positions itself as GitHub for hardware. It includes AI-powered design reviews and enterprise compliance features. The price reflects that. $64 per user per month. Companies like Blue Origin use it. For most hobbyists and small teams, that's an overkill. But it shows where this market is heading, and that's adding AI to everything. So where does PCB Hub fit? CADLab focuses on Git integration and visual diffs. Strong for teams already using Git. KiCanvas is free but offers viewing only. No collaboration. Allspice targets enterprises with big budgets. PCB Hub aims for an all-in-one workplace, viewing, collaboration, documentation, and task management together. It also offers self-hosting if you need to keep everything on your own servers. The right choice depends on your workflow and budget. PCB Hub, as I mentioned earlier, is a new platform. It launched recently and is actively developing new features. The developer's roadmap includes some ambitious plans. First, there's an AI layer, of course. The roadmap includes smart highlights that explain selected schematic sections, an AI auto-commender for automated design feedback, and a personal AI assistant called Hubby. These features will likely require a paid subscription due to the computing resources involved. Second, there's an education focus, which is particularly interesting to me. The roadmap mentions a learn mode with interactive guidance. Design heat maps show areas with the most viewed activity, public profiles with badges for contributors. This could be useful for teachers reviewing student projects or market spaces tracking member progress. Third, there are productivity and management features. An engineering calendar for milestones and deadlines, theme customization for teams, a tools panel with utilities and calculators. The vision is to make PCB Hub feel like a complete engineering environment, not just a file viewer. One important note here, these are roadmap items, not current features. PCB Hub is very new. It doesn't have the community track record of established tools yet. I'll be interested to see how these plans develop over the coming months. And I'm actively using PCB Hub in my projects. Now you might be wondering who might benefit from PCB Hub right now. I think that educators are at the top of the list. These are people who need to review student KiCad projects online. There's also consultants who are sharing design progress with clients who don't have KiCad. Small teams that want collaboration without enterprise pricing. And open source projects that want accessible design sharing. If you are a solo hobbyist who doesn't need collaboration, the free tools in KiCanvas might be enough. But for anyone else, it's worth considering PCB Hub. So that's PCB Hub. a new collaboration platform for KiCad users. It solves a real problem. Getting feedback on hardware designs is harder than it should be. Tools like PCB Hub make it easier. I'll put links to PCB Hub and the alternatives I mentioned in the description below. If you found this useful, consider subscribing to the channel. I make videos about KiCad, electronics and PCB design. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.